vivid memories of my time at Notre Dame and playing for Coach Bayliss was the last regular season home match of my last year, and we were getting ready to play Kentucky when we were going through our regular pre-match routine. And during that process and just before lineups, Coach wanted to go through the scouting report, and he decided that would be a good time for him to eat a Whopper. Needless to say, it was a little bit distracting trying to figure out whether you should pick on a guy's forehand or backhand while Coach had pickles stuck in his teeth. On a more serious note, early that season we had traveled to Illinois, which of course is a major regional rival of ours, a national rival of ours, and they were ranked 5 in the country. We were 6 at the time, and we ended up pulling out that match 4-3. It was a big win for our program, but an even more special aspect of that is that all the wins that day came from seniors, and that was something I know the coach was very proud of and definitely expressed to us after the match. One of the most important pieces of advice and valuable quotes that I remember from Coach Bayliss was, you don't necessarily need to put in more hours, but you need to put more into the hours. That's something that I've tried to take away from my time at Notre Dame and utilize throughout the rest of my life, as well as both from a personal perspective as well as from a professional perspective, and it's something that's been very helpful to me since my time at ND. Another aspect of that has been being focused on being a great teammate. One of the things that I remember and know from my time is that I wasn't necessarily the best player on our team. I wasn't necessarily the best student on our team, but I did always try to focus on and take very seriously the idea of trying to be a great teammate. And that's something that's very important, I know, to Coach Bayliss, and something that he instilled in many of us and continues today with many players and former players in our personal and professional lives. Another thing that I'm very grateful for is the opportunity to have stayed in touch with so many of my former teammates, and also gotten to know many players that played before me, as well as many younger guys who came after me. And one common thread, or many common threads that are really important to that, is realizing that a lot of those guys are not only great people, but they're very high integrity. They tend to be leaders in their communities, and of course many of us share a great sense of humor, particularly about Coach's driving habits. Finally, I just wanted to use this chance to say thank you to Coach. Thank you for everything that you've done for me. Thank you for the opportunity to play for you, and thank you for what you've done for Notre Dame. And to Coach Satry, we wish you all the best. We're all rooting for you. And finally, Coach Bayliss, good luck in retirement. It's much deserved, and go Irish.